Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so here we go again. The left has found their newest fake outrage talking point. And of course, as per usual, it's totally unfounded and just as pathetic, dishonest, and manufactured as always. Every single frickin' time, it's the same damn MO. They see actual common sense policy being applied, and instead of just accepting reality, they act like enforcing the law is some kind of human rights violation. They twist normal, legal, and very needed law enforcement into some kind of inhumane or fascist or evil act. It's total emotional manipulation. And now here we go again. The left is losing their minds because Florida police departments are now being deputized to work alongside ICE to enforce deportation orders. Oh no, law enforcement actually doing their jobs. It's the Gestapo. Literally Hitler, the country is now fascist. How incredibly stupid is this? Let me show you guys exactly what's going on, and let's completely derail this totally manufactured crisis. And as per usual, point out the hypocrisy. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so yet again another manufactured meltdown. The same predictable playbook.
Our police departments in South Florida are signing cooperation agreements to be deputized as ICE. When we, I keep thinking, okay, this is going to change the way folks, they're gleeful. Everybody I know who voted for Trump is gleeful and supportive of everything he's doing.
How could Trump supporters support this? Oh my God, they're supporting literal fascism. There's steps to this stuff. Take completely normal policy that protects Americans and enforces the law, then cry on TV about it and act like it's the worst thing ever. Scream how inhumane it is. Mostly, I guess, to manipulate low information emotional voters who will just fall for the optics play instead of actually getting the details, and that's the important thing here. Now, I know that clip was relatively short, but Ana Navarro's talking about how Florida police departments are now working with ICE and going after illegals, and she's building this emotional narrative based on clips like this.
To determine when or how we're going to take them back into custody if there's an imminent removal. So therefore, we have an imminent removal. We're going to put them on a flight back to Mexico.
So you guys are with ICE?
We are.
That's crazy. I'm just asking a question.
We are with ICE, ma'am.
So basically you guys are with the government and they're allowing you guys to pick them up?
We are.
No, I'm just making sure,
If you could turn your phone off, I would greatly appreciate it. But
you are able to. It's just for my safety, sir. We're allowed to reserve it. Exactly. It's my right.
Stay over there, ma'am.
My man, dang.
Nah, he can't scare me. I'm legal. He can't do to me. I'm asking questions. That's sad. Can I get his wife's number, sir?
I would. You know what? I would call the cops.
I can't get a number? Yo, he's rude.
It's alright. It's alright. Because I got their information. Call the cops.
That's the latest viral clip showing police officers in an unmarked van arresting an illegal migrant in a residential neighborhood. Oh no, the horror. Law enforcement officers arresting someone who entered the country illegally. How could you possibly support what Donald Trump is doing? How could you be gleeful about this? What do you mean? The law being enforced? Somebody entering the nation illegally? Taking work away from American citizens? Siphoning dollars out of the country? But most importantly, breaking the law? What is there to be outraged over? I seriously don't get it. How much of a snowflake do you have to be to actually fall for this stuff? Oh, and actually, I want to point out a little bit of a funny point from that video. Did you notice the woman filming the video started screeching at one point that she was gonna call the cops? Lady, those are the cops. The same department that you'd be likely calling is probably literally the same one conducting that raid targeting these illegal migrants in Florida. I mean, it's absolute peak NPC programming. I get that people get emotional over this stuff because people's lives are being affected, namely the illegals who are being sent back to their nation, but their sob story cannot be prioritized above American law and American sovereignty. It's actually very simple. There's nothing outrageous happening here. This is law enforcement doing exactly what the people want. They're doing their job, what they're supposed to do. Americans want borders. They want sovereignty. They want laws enforced. And clearly what Democrats want, they want open borders, lawlessness, and emotional manipulation to override reality. They're not even making arguments anymore. They're just crying on camera and hoping that you'll fall for it. Ooh, look at the poor guy getting deported. It's so sad. Now vote for me. I mean, that really seems to be the angle here. Case in point, another clip from Florida, this time from a council member, a Democrat council member, who got highly emotional and started literally bawling her eyes out at the idea that DeSantis would be doing something like this. enforcing the law and cooperating with the federal government.
I cannot begin to imagine how difficult this is for you. The argument, and I know there's no malintent to it, that we would risk federal or state funding if I don't sign up for this. It is a tumultuous day and age, and this is a day I hate sitting in this seat. But my city's not for sale.
Councilperson Burke, I can't. I sit here to represent my city, but my city is not just all of us sitting here. It's the people that live here. To support you, Chief, to support the intent of the city. I can't stand behind this as an immigrant, the only immigrant sitting in this council. Because although this isn't about me particularly, I have been in that position. I can't even express how heavy this is in my heart and in my mind, knowing that the majority of us that come as immigrants, we don't come here to commit crimes. Of course, there are crimes out there, people that commit crimes, and everybody that commits a crime needs to be accountable for it, regardless if they're illegal or not. But this notion that all immigrants have a motive and we are chased after is just something I just can't.
They're literally sobbing, crying like toddlers because illegal migrants are being deported. Look, again, I get it, you're a complete emotional wreck, but that isn't an argument. That's emotional blackmail. That's what toddlers do to get what they want. It's cheap and it's manipulative nonsense. And while your crocodile tears are amusing and all, spare us the performance, please, because you leftoids weren't crying for Lake and Riley, now were you? No, every single Democrat couldn't even stand up and honor her family. You weren't crying for the Americans who were murdered, assaulted, or robbed by illegal criminals. You don't shed a tear for the victims of illegal alien crime. You cry when the law is enforced and when Americans and America is protected. And you continue to enable politicians like the mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, who's now doubling down again on the sanctuary city garbage.
We stand with immigrants. You belong here. Somos una ciudad de inmigrantes. Boston doesn't back down. We are a city where the Irish coffee is strong and our opinions are stronger. We may not always agree or see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we are a family. If you come for one of us, you will get all of us.
It's all about playing people's emotions in an effort to gain power by drumming up controversy where it really shouldn't exist. It's cynical, it's dumb, and it's wrong. And thankfully enough, it's not working, at least not in Florida. Democrats, of course, once again mobilized the outrage machine. They tried fighting back against the Trump administration, or I guess Florida's cooperation with the ICE raids. At least a couple cities attempted to, but already they've caved. Eric Doherty writes, "Victory Alert, the red city in Florida that earlier this week denied a plan to help with Trump's deportations, just caved. The Fort Myers council members who voted against it reversed after learning from the Attorney General that DeSantis could remove them from office and that their actions were illegal. The new vote unanimously approved."
Councilperson Burson.
Yes.
Councilperson Bonk.
Yes.
Councilperson Brown.
Yes.
Councilperson Giraldo.
Yes.
Councilperson Watson.
Yes.
Councilperson Bochette.
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Stop playing these frickin' games and just do your damn jobs. That's what the American people want. They want the law enforced, and anything else is simply unacceptable. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.